A quiet bakery glowed with warmth on an ordinary afternoon, filled with the comforting scent of fresh bread and sugar. But at the door stood a silent storm of desperation. A thin, exhausted woman named Marissa stepped inside, her clothes marked with dirt and her face carved by worry. Beside her was her young daughter, Flora, small and fragile, her tired eyes still holding a faint spark of hope. Marissa gathered every ounce of courage she had. She hadn't eaten since yesterday, and Flora's last meal had been a single apple they had painfully shared. She hadn't come to buy anything. She had come only to ask for what others threw away without a second thought. The bakery felt painfully luxurious to her. Rows of golden loaves, pastries shining behind glass, cakes decorated like treasures meant for celebration. She lowered her eyes, ashamed of her dusty shoes against the polished floor. Flora clutched her sleeve, trembling. When Marissa finally spoke, her voice shook. She asked the employees if there was any expired cake, anything left over at the end of the day, something she could give her daughter, who hadn't tasted a treat in months. The workers exchanged uneasy glances. They wanted to help, but strict rules stood between kindness and action. Silence grew heavy, and Marissa's cheeks burned with humiliation. She thought about leaving, about disappearing before hope hurt her again. What she didn't know was that someone else had been watching. A tall man in a simple gray suit stood quietly nearby. His name was Roland Vance, one of the city's wealthiest entrepreneurs. He had in tea come as a businessman that day, just a man seeking peace and a slice of pie. Years ago, he had lost his wife and daughter in a tragic accident, and grief had locked his heart in a place money could never reach. As Marissa spoke, something inside Roland shifted. He saw the way Flora hid behind her mother, the way Marissa tried to stand strong under unbearable weight. In that moment, he didn't see poverty. He saw loss, saw pain he understood too well. Without drawing attention, Roland stepped forward. He asked the staff to pack the freshest cake in the display, a large vanilla cake layered with cream and berries. Then he added warm meals, sandwiches, and pastries, enough to bring color back into hungry faces. Marissa watched in confusion, bracing herself for judgment. Instead, Roland simply nodded for the cashier to hand her the bag. He thanked the staff calmly, as if this kindness was nothing special. He didn't wait for praise. He didn't ask for gratitude. When Marissa took the bag, her hand shook, and the strength she'd been holding on to finally gave way. Tears fell freely. Flora's face lit up not with greed, but with relief. The workers softened instantly, realizing how close they had come to letting rules silence compassion. Roland turned to leave, but Marissa whispered a quiet thank you. It wasn't loud or dramatic, but it carried more sincerity than any applause. Roland smiled a real smile, the kind he hadn't felt in years. Outside, Marissa and Flora sat on a small bench, sharing cake under the open sky. Their tired smiles looked like the sunrise of a better day. Roland walked away knowing that sometimes it isn't money or power that changes lives, just one moment of kindness, given at the right time. If this story touched your heart, remember, kindness grows when it's shared. Subscribe for kindness and support our mission at K for Kindness. Together, we can keep hope alive.